Video Productions Live. You guys did say that you wanted to see a longer live stream, and I couldn't guarantee it with this old phone here, so we're on my iPad now, and hopefully we can do another 20 or 30-minute live stream. But yeah, the phone did do good. It didn't quit on me, so kudos to the old iPhone for not quitting. But hey again, Ontario Firebuff, thank you for joining the stream. That was rather quick. But yeah, so we did end the stream on the phone, and now we're on the iPad, so we shouldn't have any overheating problems. But this old phone, you can't really blame it for getting a little hot sometimes. But yeah, we were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about. Jeez, that's how short-term my memory is. I have like short-term memory loss times 1,000. Hey, hey, Fire Photography, why do I keep messing up your name? Good Lord. Mason, I'm just going to call you Mason from now on. Hey, Mason, welcome to the stream. I keep messing up your name. Sorry about that, bud. But yeah, we are looking at my face now, and this will just be, I guess, a bit of a rambling stream. You guys can leave any comments in the chat, and I will respond to them. But hey, Galena, welcome to the second installment of my live stream. You guys did want to see a longer stream, and I couldn't guarantee it on this old phone, so we're back on my tablet, on my iPad, so we should be good. But yeah, we did do a little bit of tracking in the first installment of the stream, and now I guess we're just going to talk about whatever you guys want. You guys can leave a message in the chat, and I'll respond to it. And in my game, there's this dude who got like 5 cops on him and decided to hide behind the fire station. LOL. Oh, really? Trying to hide behind the fire station. That might not end so well for you, because the fireman might rat you out. Want to hear a funny fact about Lithuanian people? Sure, why not? Go ahead. Go ahead. I actually like the Baltic states, like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. They're pretty neat. They have a really neat geography, and they have a really neat history to them. So I do like Lithuanians people. I've actually known a few people from like that region. I knew someone from Belarus, and she was really nice. She was a really nice person. All the men and boy names end with as. Really? A-S. They end with A-S. Huh. That's interesting. Good to know. I did not know that. Honestly, in Canada, I don't know what all the boy names end with. It's interesting what 2 letters. I'm not sure. There's so many different names here in Canada. It's kind of hard to say what the boy names end with here in this country, but there's so many different names. So have you guys played Roblox together, you and Fire Photography? Have you guys actually been playing a little bit together? Because I know last night you guys were on the same server, so have you played any more since then, or are you going to play some more tonight? But yeah, I was actually super happy to get the Via Rail train. Not yet, I haven't had the time. Fair enough. So I'll play tonight. You play Roblox? No, I don't, Galena, but a few people in the chat do, so you might have more to talk about with them. I don't actually play Roblox. I've seen gameplay of it, and some of the footage does look pretty realistic, but I've never actually played it. I'm playing right now, actually. Oh, so you're multitasking. You're listening to me and you're playing Roblox. That's actually really cool. I thought I couldn't hear, sorry. No, I don't play Roblox, if you couldn't hear me, but a few people in the chat play Roblox, so you might have something in common with them. Do you play Roblox? Because it seems like everybody does. I'm like the only person that doesn't. Even all my friends play it, which is funny. I'm like the only one that doesn't play it. I just play Flight Simulator, which is Aerofly FS, and I play Minecraft a little bit, which some people make fun of me for because of my age, but I do like Minecraft. It's pretty creative. I'm just going to say the short form of your name, Chest. Chest says, hi. Welcome to the stream, Chest. I don't know how to pronounce your full name, so I'm not even going to try to, but it seems like a pretty interesting username. Same, I don't play, but all my friends play it. Yeah, that's how it is for me. All my friends play it, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not even going to read that chat message. Chestnut honeygram LOL. Oh, yeah, see, it's all clustered up. I couldn't read it properly. See, the print on this is so small. It's kind of hard to, like, read it properly, especially when it's constantly moving because you have a new chat coming in. It's kind of hard to read every username properly, so I apologize for those of you who I can't read properly. But Chestnut honeygram, that's a good name, and welcome to the stream. It's sad that people be rude to you. Oh, yeah, I know. You just ignore them. Just ignore them and carry on doing what you're doing, and don't pay them no mind, and eventually they'll fuck off. That's what I do. But I still like these live streams. So fire photography, I meant to ask you. You film on like a camera your responses, and then do you transfer them to like a computer and then upload them that way, or how do you do that? Like, how does that work for you? I'm not trying to be rude. I was just genuinely asking. Well, we're not going to have that conversation. You can form your own opinion. If that's what you want to believe, that's your choice. But you're only 9 years old. Well, you have a pretty good vocabulary for a 9-year-old. So I don't know. Maybe that's up to you to decide. I'll let you decide that one. I don't understand. I don't see anything wrong. All I see is a beautiful person. Well, I appreciate that. I was always self-conscious as a kid, so I appreciate that comment very much. But I'll let you decide that one, Xylo. That's you sound like you're mature and intelligent enough to make that conclusion up for yourself. Yes, I do. So I'm assuming you transfer it to your computer and then upload it that way. Sounds like a pretty cool transfer, edit, then schedule. Nice. Got a call in my game. I'll be back. Well, good luck on that call, Ontario Firebuff. Go save some lives. So do you have do you do it on like a PC or like a laptop? Do you have like your own like computer setup, or do you just do it on a laptop? I think on those cameras you can actually do it from a laptop, which makes it easier. It's not as hard to do that way. Minecraft was my favorite game, but my brother threw it. Oh, really? Like he got rid of it? That sucks. I've always played Minecraft. I've been playing it since I was a kid. I actually got introduced to it. I was on a play date with a friend, and he was playing it on his mobile tablet, and he was playing survival mode, and I was playing with him, and that's how I got into it. So, and I've never really looked back since then. I like the CD, so I'm guessing you like the console version. I play the mobile version, which I believe is called Bedrock, and that's what I play, is the mobile version. Never mind, it got canceled right away. Oh, well, that's good. That's all right. That's all right. At least you didn't have to run the call and then get canceled halfway down the road, because that's happened before. Cash James says $10. I wish I got $10, but unfortunately I'm not monetized. But it's all good. I rather would do this as a hobby than get monetized for it. It's kind of like, it's easier when it's a hobby. When you're actually trying to earn money from it, you don't enjoy it as much. Like, I see these creators who love their channel when they were just doing it for fun, and then they get monetized, and it's like they totally change. Didn't even get fully out of the bay, lol. You know, I've seen response videos like that. I've actually seen response videos in real life where the truck will be pulling out of the bay, and then it'll have all the lights on, and it'll be getting ready to respond, and then it'll get canceled right while it's pulling out of the bay. I actually had that happen once when I was filming a Guelph fire truck responding, and I filmed it because it had all its lights on, and then it shut the lights off and reversed back in, and I had it all on film, and I deleted it because I didn't think it'd be a good video. That was in the early years of my YouTube channel, but in hindsight, I probably should have posted it. That's back when Pump 1 was running frontline at headquarters. Aerial 1 was out of service and in for maintenance. What game are you playing at Ontario Firebuff? Hello, Black Hornet. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Got a lot of chats tonight. Thank you guys for all joining in and listening to me ramble on. See the $10,000. What, Edwin, did he trying to prank you to get a donation? Well, I don't get donations on this stream, and so I'm not expecting any, and I won't get any, so it's all good that way. But I think $10,000 is a lot of money for somebody to donate to a streamer. Tennessee RP community, same one as yesterday. Sweet, I'll hop on later. Oh, looks like you guys have got a little game of Roblox you guys are gonna play together. That's great. See, this stream is already bringing people together. If anyone sent me at least a little money, I would be very grateful. I live in Ukraine where there is a war going on right now. Please, even $20 is a blessing for me. Oh, are you trying to ask for money? Well, I mean, I feel bad for you being in a war-torn country, but this is not the stream to ask for money, because there's no money going around on this stream. But I do feel bad for you, and I hope your issue in Ukraine gets settled very soon, and I hope everybody acts in good faith towards peace. Maybe I'll do one time. Well, maybe. I'm not monetized. No, I'm not monetized, and This is all just a labor of love, and it's a hobby, and you know, I love doing it. And as I said before, I've seen a lot of channels where they're monetized, and it's like they change when they become monetized. It's like the channel becomes more oriented towards money and towards making a check every month, as opposed to actually enjoying the process and enjoying the content. Like me, Fire Photography, Ontario Firebuff, we enjoy what we do. We enjoy filming responses. We enjoy, you know, live streaming or whatever we're doing on YouTube. We enjoy it because we like it. We're not looking to make money off of it. If we make money, great. At least that's how I look at it. But I'm not seeking that. I'll go in 10 minutes. All right, fair enough, Galena. I'm afraid I'm pronouncing your name wrong, so I'm sorry. But you'll go in 10 minutes. That's fair enough. You've given enough of your time to me. I'm ready to see planes, LOL. Yeah, fair enough. I wish I lived near an airport, because if I lived near an airport, I would be filming every day. I would be plane spotting every day. I do live near a train track, and come summertime, I'm going to do a lot more rail fanning than I've done in previous years. I'm going to try and get more GO trains. I'm going to try and get more VIA trains, and maybe even some freight trains, because I live literally right by a railway track, so it's totally convenient for me. But right now in this shitty cold weather, it's kind of hard to go out and film all the time, you know, or sit out there and watch trains. My deck on my house literally faces the train track, so it's like the perfect. I don't even have to go anywhere to film a good shot. I can just stand up on my deck and film the train going by, so it's like perfect for me. But yeah, I've seen a lot of channels build up something and then they're like, wait guys, we need to gift money so we can do this, and they never end up doing what they build up. Yeah, and that's it. Like it becomes about money for a lot of people when they get monetized and when they get super chats and all this stuff. And I'm not into that. You know, this is not a thing of money. If I get money, great. And if I did get monetized, I would never dare ask for a super chat. I don't even want them. Like, I'm just here to talk to you guys, to entertain. I'm not looking for money, and I certainly don't want donations. You guys work hard for your money. Keep it, because I keep mine. So that would be my advice to you if I do get monetized. Do not donate to my streams, because it is just totally me talking to my audience and engaging with you, and I don't want it to become any more than that. I wish it wasn't so damn cloudy, because I would film some planes. Yeah, for sure. Are you... I got a question for you in fire photography, because you're in St. Thomas. Does the airport in your town get a lot of airplanes, like, coming in, like, flying in? Is there a lot of aviation action in that airport? Because I know St. Thomas does have an airport. I don't know how close it is, but I know they do have an airport. You're such a grateful person. Well, I appreciate that. And, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do these streams. But I really appreciate the fact that so many people love tuning in and talking with me, because it makes these streams more enjoyable. Like, I mean, look, we've probably gone for a combined total of 30 minutes because I have people to talk to and people that enjoy me. So, you know, I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for you guys more than I can properly express. During the summertime, yeah, only small planes. It's dead during the winter. Kind of like our airport. We have a little airport in Guelph. It's just mainly for general aviation and flight schools, but we just have Cessnas and like small little. We might get a twin engine prop the odd time, but we don't get jets or anything. I have seen though on the flight radar at St. Thomas Airport, I've seen like military airplanes doing circuits, like C-130 airplanes doing circuits at your airport. So I don't know if either one of you have ever seen military planes at St. Thomas, but I have seen them on the tracker. And I do have a friend in London who tells me that he's seen military planes at St. Thomas Airport. So I think that's pretty cool if that's the case. Jets do go through the airport, not big ones though. Yeah, they do that. Nice. Nice. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, any aviation is good aviation. Whether it's general, whether it's commercial, whether it's military, any aviation is good aviation. And, you know, I like going to my local airport and seeing the biplanes and the training planes and, you know, filming them. And I do enjoy that just as much as I do filming big planes all the time during the summer. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool that you have that going on. Like, I wish we had that at Guelph, but we don't. We get the odd military helicopter, very rarely, that lands in Guelph. But again, it's very rare. Like, I think last year we only had it once. and it wasn't even a big helicopter. It was like a CH-146 Griffin, which is like a small, regular size rescue helicopter. I'm gonna try to go to Canada one day. Yeah, definitely. You should, if you get the opportunity, come to Canada. You know, go anywhere that you can go. If you get the opportunity to go somewhere in the world, definitely do that and explore the world and see what it has to offer, because it's a big, wide world out there, and a lot of it, a lot of people never get to see. So if you get the chance to go somewhere, do it. I live by a military station. Oh, that's actually super cool. That's actually really cool. I see the military cargo cars with the print. That's super cool, man. That's actually really cool. I think that, I don't know what would be better, living near a military base, like a military airport, or just a regular airport. Because, like, I know in Trenton, which is in eastern Ontario, they have a big military airport there, and you get some really cool aircraft going in and out of there. How do I join the medical in the game at fire photography? Oh, that's between you and fire photography. I'll let you guys figure that out. Fire is a medical in that game. Nice. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 2 cats. I have 2 cats. I grew up with dogs as a child, and now I don't live with my dad. My dad has a dog, but where I live right now, I do have 2 cats, and they are really good. I almost like cats better than dogs. I grew up with dogs, and I never had really any major problems with my dogs, but I was bit by a couple friends' dogs, and I'm kind of scared of dogs now. I don't like to say, but I am. Oh, all right. Looks like you guys are figuring it out. Oh, I have a cat named Jerry. Oh, that's super cool. Nice. I have 2 cats. They're both, one is Fluffy and one is Whiskers. And Fluffy is the long-haired cat, and Whiskers is the short-haired cat. But Whiskers has got long whiskers, hence the name. But they're 15 years old, so they're pretty old, and I don't know how much longer they'll live. They're pretty good health, but we never know how long they're going to live. So you do any meds while on an engine, while in an engine. 3 cats and 2 dogs. Oh wow, you got a full house there, Ontario Firebuff. Quite a few pets. I better be going now. Have a good day. Thank you, Chestnut Honey Graham, for joining the stream. I hope I pronounced your username right, and it was good chatting with you. Take care. 3 cats and 2 dogs. Well, that's a lot of pets. Probably a lot of money in pet food every month. I never collect trademark cards. I'm assuming you're saying trademark cards or trading cards. I never really collected trading cards either. I did get the odd baseball series. Like, I got the Blue Jays series from like 2016, and it wasn't like an official MLB Blue Jays set, but I did have the cards, and I still have them, but I don't. I mean, they're not. I'm not really big into sports, and I'm not really big into trading cards, so they don't really mean anything to me. One of my dogs interrupted one of my videos. Oh, actually, I gotta go and check that out on your channel. Did you post that video? I gotta go check that out on my channel. On your channel. That's actually kind of funny, if that happened. I know my brother, he films my dog, or my dad's dog. It's not my dog, but my brother films my dad's dog doing some crazy things, barking and rolling around and doing some crazy antics. My brother's autistic, so he'll basically film anything. But he's good. Like, he films trains and bus rides, and he's actually been doing pretty good on YouTube. So credit to my brother. Zach, the Ontario Transit Fan, is his YouTube channel. The Ontario Police College Ford Explorer. Okay, I've seen that video, but I didn't listen to it with any audio because I was scrolling and I clicked on it and I didn't have my audio on. So I'll check that video again with audio and see. I know there's a rail fan down in Stratford, and he's always filming trains at the Stratford station there, and his dog's always there, and it's always barking in the background. It's kind of funny. Every time I wake up, my dog Cheeky bites me. Oh no, I wouldn't like that. I don't like dogs that bite or nip or any of that. I'm afraid of those dogs. I'll stay away. I don't like animals that bite in general. Even when my cats they don't bite, but sometimes they nip when they're playing. So I don't play with the cats, because if I play with the cats, they might want to nip. So I don't go. I just pet them, and I don't like to get them all hyped up. I know some people like to play with their pets, but I don't like getting my pets hyped up, because they get a little bit too rangy for me. Even cats. I like docile creatures. But I've been bit twice by a dog. Have any of you guys been bit by a dog? I've been bit twice, and that kind of made me scared of dogs and, animals in general. But dogs mainly. Dogs I'm terrified of. Cat relaxes or dogs have a lot of energy. Yeah, dogs have a lot of energy. I'm going to say that right now. Dogs, I haven't met a dog that doesn't have energy. Even like poodles have like fuck ton of energy. When I was really young. Yeah, I was 10 when I got bit the first time, and I was 13 when I got bit the second time. But it's never good. It's never good. A lot of times, but only play bites, they don't hurt. Well, I'm kind of a wuss, so any bite would hurt me. Even needles, I have to frickin' do a 2-month therapy session before I go for a needle. Laughing out loud, I don't actually have to, but imagine if you did. But yeah, no, my dad's dog is pretty good. It's rangy, it's hyper, but it's not vicious, thank God. If it was vicious, I wouldn't go over there. But I remember I was walking my dog in the trail when I was a kid. It was a Labrador Collie, and we were walking in the trail, and this frickin' German Shepherd puppy or Husky puppy, I think it was a Husky puppy, come up and started biting my ankles. That was the second time. And the first time, it was a Husky, and it bit my chest. So I don't like Huskies. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. I'll see your stream tomorrow, but it's on a different account, so I can't message. Well, thank you for joining the stream, Galena. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, and it was nice chatting with you, and I hope to see you in future streams. Thank you so much for joining. It's always nice to meet new people on here, isn't it? Nice to meet new people and chat with them. But yeah. One thing I was reading about on the news, and this is a little bit political, but I'm not going to get into the political side more. I'm just going to keep it on the fire truck side. So the U.S. government is talking about imposing 100% tariffs on Canadian goods. So if that happened, the Canadian government would probably retaliate. And you know what I'm kind of worried about? What would that do for emergency vehicles? Because, peace. Thank you, Yelena. You have a good night or good day wherever you are. You're in Lithuania, so it's probably different time zone, but you have a good time. And thank you for joining the stream. But anyway, as I was saying, if we get into a trade war with the U.S., I wonder how that would affect like emergency vehicles coming in from the U.S. because all of the fire trucks, even the chassis, come from the U.S. So I wonder if there was a trade war with the Americans, all the chassis and equipment pretty much come from the U.S. So I wonder how that would affect the Canadian market. I mean, the Canadian fire departments are already burdened with, delivery delays and long yield times to get new trucks. So if there is a trade war, I wonder how that would affect getting new fire trucks for Canadian departments. Because all the fire trucks are American. All of them. Even dependable. The body might be built in Canada, but the chassis still comes from the United States. So it'll be interesting to see if that does happen, how that will affect fire truck deliveries. I really hope it doesn't affect Guelphs. Because we're already like 2 years in, or 1 year in, 1 year and a half into our delivery wait for our new Pierces, and I really don't want to see it get screwed up by a trade war. I'm really looking forward to seeing our new Guelph pumpers come, and electric vehicles. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I hope it doesn't happen, because we need the Americans for fire trucks. I mean, we don't build our own, so but. Regardless, I'd like to see our fire trucks get delivered, and I guess my whole point in that little speech was I just want to see our Guelph trucks get delivered. I don't want it to get interrupted by a trade war. I'm so stoked to see the new Guelph pumpers that I hope they don't get delayed or interrupted by anything. But honestly, Dependable does make a good Dependable does make a good platform of fire trucks. They do make a good product, but the only problem is they're not a fully Canadian product because the pumps come from America, the chassis come from America, the lighting comes from America. So if they ever did get in a trade war, that might screw up Dependable a lot. But I don't know. I like the new Toronto trucks that they've gotten. They're all pretty much Dependable bodies, at least the pumpers, and they look great. And especially with this new red and blue lighting setup that Toronto's running, it looks great. So it'll be exciting to see more of them. I'm so happy that we don't have ugly cyber trucks for utility chief vehicles. Only a fire department with money to burn would buy a frickin' cyber truck as a chief vehicle. I feel like that would be if I saw a fire department in Ontario with a cyber truck, I would say automatically that department's got way too much money in their budget to buy a Cybertruck as any vehicle. Yeah, I love the core lighting. Yeah, the lighting on these new Toronto trucks looks great. I love it, and it really, it's bright. The lighting pattern is great, and it. I hope to see more departments adopt it because it really grabs your attention. With the new lighting setup that Toronto's got. What kind of lighting setup does your St. Thomas Pump 2 have, the new truck? Do you happen to know offhand, Fire Photography? I know you're pretty good with the St. Thomas fleet, so that's why I ask. I know our trucks are all running Waylands, and like Waylands, pretty much the newer trucks are all Wayland lighting, Wayland sirens, and then the stock Pierce air horn for Aerial 4 as an example. The Pierce air horn does sound really good. It's kind of like a high pitch sound, and it really sounds good. I've only gotten the air horn audio once, and it was like literally for a millisecond, but it was still pretty cool. But I tell you, when that air horn is laying down, it sounds pretty awesome. Plus, there are many options. I'm not sure it's a stock. Yeah, so if it's a stock, it probably has just the basic lighting setup. The basic whatever. I know for Pierce, it's Wayland. I don't know what it is for E1, but probably the basic lighting setup that you can get, and yeah. But I do like, Wayland does have a great lighting package, especially the Core and the Senator series. They have a really great lighting package. And it's out of the city to get decals and blue lights, so that will be an upgrade. Yeah, I think once it gets blue lights, the truck might pop more than it already does. It'll be interesting to see Pump 2 with blue lights. I'm really stoked to see it. I'm sure Fire Photography will probably be one of the first to get it, unless maybe Ben makes his way down there to film it. Yeah, they could change anything. Yeah, 100%, because that's what happened with Aerial 4. When we got Aerial 4 back in 2023, it came stock with red and white lights, just the regular Wayland setup. And then it went and got the blue lights, and it was like a whole different lighting setup when it came back. So, and it was really good. I'll be grinding for it. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. When a new delivery comes, it's like any buff, especially like you, because you're local, will be grinding for it. I remember when we got Aerial 4, I was grinding every freaking single day for that truck. And the day I wasn't grinding for it, it was responding, and I got it on video, so that's funny how that works. The day I wasn't even planning to get a response, I was just going to the pharmacy to get my meds. Sure enough, Aerial 4 was responding right at that intersection, so I got it on camera. That's before they got the blue lights put on it, so I can say I do have Aerial 4 with the old lighting setup and the new lighting setup. Any chance I get, yeah, for sure. Any chance you get, try to get that new truck. It already does look pretty good, but it'll look even better once it's all deckled up and once it's got the blues on it. I'm really excited. I should be getting my scanner soon. It will be easier. So you can can you get the page outs on St. Thomas, or do you just get do you get like the radio chatter too? How does that work? Like, because I know I was talking to a friend who's well, he's not really a friend. He's more of a member of my emergency vehicle group, and he was saying that you can still get the page outs for EMS on these DMR scanners. So if that's the case, I'd be really interested. But let me know, can you get the chatter, or do you just get the page outs? Or like, how does that work? Because it's not a fully encrypted frequency, obviously. I can't get a scanner, too expensive. Yeah, they are expensive. Scanners are pricey. I have an old one, and I'll show it to you right quick. This thing can pick up most any channels except for a DMR. So if it's a newer channel, it can't pick it up, but it can pick up like the county fire, and this is an old scanner from the 90s. It's a realistic Radio Shack scanner. Don't mind my ant trap. I have that because there can ants that come into the room in the summertime, so I have to have ant trap set up. But I have a scanner on my new phone that works like a scanner app. Nice, that's all right. No page outs because our tones are on an automated system. You can get the chatter of when they are responding and on scene. You just can't get the tones for St. Thomas on the scanner. Well, that's all right. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's still pretty good because, like, when they're responding, they radio into dispatch saying we're responding. So, like, when they're pulling out of the bay, they're radioing in saying we're on the way. But yeah, I don't know what our system is. I know it's fully encrypted, but as far as our tone outs go, I'm gonna say they're probably automated, but I don't know. But yeah, I like the I like being able to hear the tone outs. I like the tone outs a lot. That's why I like London and Kitchener, because you can hear the tone outs, and I think the tone outs are super cool. Yes, plus for dispatch, give them additional information for the calls. Yeah, 100%. So you kind of, if you're not at the hall, you kind of know where they're going. So you can kind of, if you're in a general area, you can kind of intercept them. Kind of like what I used to do with the ambulances when I had the scanner. I would kind of know the area where they were going, and if I was close, I would intercept them. And if I wasn't close, well, then I was SOL. But I did get the page outs for the ambulance too. Apparently, you can still get them. I don't know if that's true. If that's just what a member of my emergency vehicle group was telling me. But if that is true, I'm going to certainly, hopefully it's compatible with my old scanner, because that's the only scanner I have. And if it is, I'll be listening all the time. And if there's a call on Waterloo Ave or on my street, I'll be running down to get them. But we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up, because they did update the frequencies of which the page outs and vehicle repeaters were on when they went on LMRN. So it's a whole new system. So who knows? Who knows what we'll get? So you're getting like I'm assuming you're getting like a DMR scanner, fire photography, like a digital mobile radio scanner. I think that's pretty much what the new ones all are, is DMR scanners, digital mobile radio. I don't have that. I just have an old Radio Shack scanner from the 90s. It still works good though. Like I can still, it's amazing the channels that I can still pick up with it. Yeah, I'll have to pay extra for that. Ugh. Pay, eh? But, you know, for you it'll be worth it, because you're a fire buff and you go all around. So it'll be worth it for you. And if it's something you want, it's even more worth it. I mean, me, I'm pretty cheap. For those who don't know me personally, I'm a very cheap person. I'm very frugal. When I go to eat fast food, I get the cheapest thing on the menu because I'm too cheap to buy anything. So I could never see myself buying a scanner, because they are pretty expensive. But I am a very frugal person. That's probably part of the reason why I have an old iPhone 7 and not a new iPhone 16 or whatever the hell they are. But yeah, I save my money. And that's the best piece of advice I can give you young folks, any young people who watch this stream. I know fire photography and Ontario Fire Buff are a little younger than me, but save as much money as you can, because money does go quick, and when you spend it too much, it goes quick. And me, I've done pretty well with money. I've saved a lot of it, but you know, my money, when I get it, it goes right into the bank, and I don't spend it beyond that, you know, unless it's for essential things like rent or you know, transportation to go on a trip. That kind of stuff I pay for. But like you know, beyond that, all the money goes into the bank and it stays there. And I'm pretty fiscally responsible. Yeah, worth it until it goes encrypted though, LOL. I was still debating on if I should get it. If I should get one. Just decided to. St. Thomas still has some time until full encryption. Yeah, well, and you know, that's the thing. I enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually it'll all be encrypted. So, I mean, hey, for you, you're a fire buff, you're in St. Thomas, you have the option of listening to something. If there's no other way of listening to it, why not? You know, you're going to get some videos, you're going to get some responses. It's something you like, you know, go for it, you know. I mean, Guelph, we're a lost cause. We're fully encrypted, so there's not much I can do for that. But, yeah, St. Thomas, enjoy it while you have it, because one day it'll be gone. One day it'll all be gone. I don't think rail scanners and ATC will be gone, but I think emergency services will be gone one day completely. Even in the States, I think one day they'll completely go. But, you know, up here we've really progressed with encryption. Like Guelph was one of the first cities in Ontario to go fully encrypted on the police and on the fire. So we were really early to the ball on that front. But I mean, it is good. I mean, privacy, respect, all that kind of stuff. It is good to have encryption. But for fire buffs and for, I guess, nosy people who like to listen, it's kind of sucks. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm not against it. I want the first responders to be able to do their job effectively, and you know, they should have that privacy and respect to them, and just enjoy what we have. But yeah, It is pretty cool. Like, I have to say, I am happy that I was able to listen to Guelph Fire before they went fully encrypted. I'm happy that I was able to listen to the Wellington County EMS before they went fully encrypted. Like, I'm super happy that I got that opportunity, because so many of the videos that I have would not have been possible if I did not have the EMS radios. So I'm super grateful that I got to listen to that. Fire, that was before I was on YouTube, so I didn't get any responses from the Fire scanner, but I'm still happy that I got to be able to listen to some of the audio and you know, hear the tones, and everything about it was super cool. Same here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. See, Fire Photography knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, enjoy it while you have it. And you know, if you're a rail fan, I think you'll be all right. If you're an aviation fan or av geek, you'll be probably good. I don't think those scanners will be going anywhere anytime soon, but emergency services, that's a little bit of a different story. I know when I go to the States, you can listen to, like where I go in Port Huron, it's open. You can listen to everything. Vegas, up until November, I think it was, they were fully, you could listen to them, but they've gone encrypted since. I know a guy down there who films, and he was saying that they've gone encrypted completely, and it's made his buffing job harder. So, yeah, it's all part of progress. It's all part of new systems, and just take it as it comes. I kind of like this way, though, because it's more of a surprise. Like, if I'm walking and I hear a siren, I never know what it's going to be. It might be a cop. It might be a fire truck. It might be an ambulance. And, I mean, part of that is, too, they all have the same fucking siren. But it's still pretty exciting. It's still pretty exciting. I think all these new pumpers that we're getting will have the standard Whalen siren and lighting. But, so every fire truck will sound like an ambulance. When I was very little, my parents would listen to the scanner, and every time they got a call, the tones would scare me, and I would cry, LOL. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, not as a kid. It might be traumatizing if the tone scared you, but I loved it when I was a kid. My brother got me into scanners. He used to listen to scanners, and he would have them going all night. Like, my brother did not sleep, so he would stay up all night listening to the scanners. And at 3 in the fucking morning, I remember many a times getting woken up to a Guelph Fire pager tone out. And it was super, it was annoying when we were kids, but now that I'm older, I appreciate it. And I do remember a couple times there was a tone out on, in the neighborhood that we were, and we'd run to the frickin' scene and film or my brother would film the truck responding, and that's how I got into it, because my brother was into emergency vehicles. A lot of the interests I have, you know, it started from my brother, so I give him credit for that. You know, he really got me into the things I'm into. I like how all of St. Thomas emergency vehicles have different sirens, so you can tell. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys are lucky. You guys got all different sirens. We don't have that. We're kind of going standardized, which kind of sucks. Although the police cars, if they do run the dual tone, because they have the Whalen Weekend setup, which is a dual tone setup, if they do run the dual tone siren, you can tell the difference. But if they don't, then you don't know. I wake my parents up with LFDs. LO. Oh, that's funny. That's freaking funny. That's actually pretty cool. So I got a question, and I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, Fire Photography. Because London is so close to St. Thomas, do they ever run mutual aids into St. Thomas, or would they ever run mutual aids into St. Thomas, or does that not happen? Or vice versa, would St. Thomas go to London if they needed extra hands? I don't know if you know about that, but I'd be curious to know, because they are so close together. At Fire Photography... Yeah, if I heard a PA300, I would be like, yep, pump one. Yeah, absolutely. You got the distinctive sirens down there. You're lucky. No, never. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I guess it makes sense, because St. Thomas is a fairly big fire department, and London's a huge fire department, so I guess there's not really that need. I know Guelph has a mutual aid agreement with Rockwood, which is pretty close, and they have a mutual aid agreement with Puslinch, which is also pretty close. But again, Puslinch and Rockwood are volunteer. They have a smaller fleet, so for that, it makes sense. But for London and St. Thomas, I guess it's a totally different animal. I've seen London ambulances in St. Thomas. Yeah, I can imagine. Actually, Fire Photography was kind enough to send me a video of a London ambulance responding in St. Thomas. And I imagine there's probably a lot of transfers back and forth from the two cities, because we're, you know, fairly close. Central Elgin's Belmont Station did a mutual aid to London. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. That's actually super cool. Yes, EMS does patient transfers. You know, actually, there's been 2 times in the 3 years that I've been buffing, but I've seen a London ambulance come to Guelph. The first time I filmed it, and I was buffing at Station 1, that was like back in 2022, the early days of my channel. And then there was just a few months ago, back in December, I guess only a month ago really, that there was a London ambulance doing a transfer to Guelph. And I was on Wellington Street, which is like the main road to get into Guelph. So I waited on Wellington Street for an hour for this freaking ambulance to come back because I knew it was doing an emergency run back down to London. Waited and waited and waited for an hour on Wellington. It was freezing my nuts off. Anyway, I go back to my house. I'm going up the hill, which is pretty close to Wellington. And I'm halfway up the hill. And what do I hear but a London ambulance siren going up Wellington? And I literally missed the freaking London ambulance by 5 minutes. If I'd have waited on Wellington 5 more minutes, I would have gotten the London ambulance responding. I was so pissed off with myself. And it was a pediatric transfer unit too. So I was really pissed off with myself. But I didn't get it, but I came close. If I'd have waited 5 more minutes. See, that's impatience for you. When you buff and you have impatience like I do, it's not a good mix. Plus, when Elgin St. Thomas is on a really bad delay, Middlesex Ambos will do St. Thomas runs. Yeah, same with us. If we have code reds, or I guess they're called code zeros now, where we have no ambulances, we will page in Halton or Waterloo ambulances, mainly Waterloo, to assist us in our time of need. And also Waterloo units are all, regularly transferred back and forth. I filmed a couple doing transfers back when I had the scanner. But yeah, I do like Waterloo ambulances better than Wellington ambulances. I like the blue and the green color schemes. Guelph has a shitty orange and blue, so it's kind of bleh. I don't like orange on ambulances, but it's whatever. I mean, that's why I like Middlesex, London. They have a great color scheme. Waterloo's got a great color scheme. Although I do have to say, Halton, I like their color scheme because they got a little bit of blue in there. They may have the shitty orange, but they do have a little bit of blue in there, so it is nice. Nipissing's also got a nice livery, too. When I was up in North Bay there a few years ago, I saw a Nipissing ambulance, not responding, but a great deep blue livery, like striping, and it was really nice. And so let me know in chat, what's your favorite ambulance service livery? Fire Photography, Ontario Fire Buff. I feel like you're the only ones on the stream. But yeah, let me know in chat. What's your favorite ambulance service livery? Because mine is probably... It would be a toss-up between Nipissing or Middlesex. I like those two a lot. Those two liveries are nice. But nice. I like the blue. I like blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. But I do like blue. But yeah, let me know in chat what's your favorite. London's modern one. Yeah, London does have a nice livery. I have to agree with you. London, especially the modern one, yeah, it does really look good. I would say probably it's a toss-up for me between Nipissing and London. Probably, I'm going to go with London, though, because London is something that's more realistic. I can film it. I can see it more, as opposed to Nipissing, which is like 5 hours away. But yeah, London is a great livery. I do like it a lot. I like the blue. I don't like the orange. I didn't like the old MOH orange and silver that all the provincial ambulances used to have. So I like the fact that every agency has kind of taken on their own color scheme in the last 10, 15 years. Guelph has kind of done that, but they still have the shitty orange. So I don't like orange. That's one of my least favorite colors, actually, is orange. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream because my throat is getting sore. And I gotta go eat, so I'm gonna end the stream. But Fire Photography, Ontario Fire Buff, all the other people who joined the stream, thank you very much for listening to me ramble and chatting with me a bit. It was super nice to talk to you. And we'll carry this stream on probably tomorrow or maybe the day after. No guarantees though. But we'll see you guys again. And Galena just returned to the stream. Sorry, I'm ending the stream, but you can watch this when it's uploaded as a video or as a stream. You can watch this. And I probably will be doing one tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the day after. But thank you guys for joining. Have a good night, Fire Photography. What specific time are you hopping on? Oh, that's them guys 9ish or earlier. Okay. All right. I'll let you guys figure out when you guys are going to be hopping on to Roblox. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining the stream. It was great chatting with you. I always love seeing you, Fire Photography and Ontario Firebuff. You guys are great. And Galena, a new viewer to the stream. It was great chatting with you as well. And I hope to see you all again in the next stream. And thank you so much for joining. You guys all have a good night. Take care, guys. Signing off from my bed.